right, collectors, thanks for joining me today, March 8th, Sunday, March 8th, for the news that some people cover and some people don't. You know, I like to cover a little bit off the beaten path type of news. And yeah, let's go ahead and start with that. We are on March 8th, as I previously said. The year's coming. 2026 is, here it comes. So we've got actually a good chunk of news to talk about. And the haul is big, but I don't think there is one thing that I actually paid for retail price. And again, I share with you guys on how I score some of these deals. But I don't think there's one thing in here that's retail. Not a one. But we'll get to the haul after the news. So let's start off with what you really don't hear on most other news shows, which is what we're finding at Ross. So, because a lot of us like a deal. So let's talk about it. I personally have seen the Stinger. You know, and some of these are from well-known sources, right? So hopefully I'm not steering anybody wrong. But then again, Ross, there's no guarantee about what you're going to get at Ross. And you're not entitled to all of the G.I. Joes ending up at Ross. Basically, you get what you get at Ross. It is what it is, you know? So we've also seen the Agent Venom, the Agent Venom Spider-Man wave showing up. Chameleon, She-Electro, you know, that Kane figure, Agent Venom, of course. So we've seen that. We've seen some of the Masterverse stuff showing up as well. The Outrider 2-pack is showing up. Some Star Wars figures. Bloodstorm was showing up. Marvel Legends. Yeah, more Spider-Man waves are out there. And the fan drops. Now, I knew those fan drops were just not going to do well. Well, I speculated, and I was pretty sure. I like the idea, but number one, they're not action figures, so they already fall outside of my scope of interest. I think they're cool. I think they're cooler than Funko Pops. But then again, they're statues. So, but now we're finding those at Ross, I think for $11.99, I believe. They're cool looking. They're cool. I think it would be interesting to have them in a little collage or something, but unless they're down to $5, I'm not picking them up. So anyways, that's what we're finding at Ross. I think a lot of you have your sights set on either the Agent Venom or the Stinger for G.I. Joe, or maybe finding some more of, that Black Panther as well. It's pictured in there too. Underneath the Ross logo, that Black Panther is from the Zabu wave, I believe, is also hitting. So anyways, that's what's hitting out there. Good luck finding it. Now, I did want to talk about some other news that's in the toy industry, and that is that, and here's a snippet of it. Hopefully you can read it. But essentially, Target is refocusing what it wants to project, or its image. And this aligns with the toy companies, or our community, because of the fact that they said, we don't want to be an everything store. We want to be you can read the quote here. They want to be very purposeful, very diligent in what they order. Basically saying, and we talked about this last night in the, just for a little bit, we talked about this last night about trying to teach people that they don't want you to go to clearance and score a deal. I mean, why would they? Why would the store want you to do that? You know, so what they're trying to do, but it's like I said earlier, it's really hard to take away a habit from people or animals if you've given that habit to them or trained them that way and then rewarded them for acting that way. Good luck. So essentially what they're saying is they're going to draw down on the toys, which you can see there, and a lot of the other stuff that they order in bulk. So does that mean instead of, like I said earlier, 8 Royal Guards, you'll only ever see 2 at a store? I don't know. Maybe they'll start doing those assortment boxes more instead of packs of toys. Who knows? All I know that it kind of lines up as well with what Hasbro said they were going to draw down toy production. But they said that early last year, and we're still seeing stuff hit Ross. When is that going to happen? I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? Moving on from that, the other thing I wanted to talk about and just touch on for a moment is this. I gave everyone the opportunity, and not by chance, this was of your own hard work, or, maybe I enjoy puzzles. The people who solve these also enjoy puzzles or not quizzes, puzzles or ciphers or riddles, right? And so in the review that I did for Bobby's or Valaverse's The Black Figure, there was a giveaway for one of the figures that I purchased from Valaverse at ZoloCon. But in order to get that figure, you had to solve my riddle. And all the information that you needed was in that video. So we'll just cover it. Eric, who won the prize, did so in, pretty fast. He got that worked out pretty quick. Thanks to technology, thanks to his wits, and thanks to him, his, steady attacking it. So focus, maybe. So let's go over a couple things that I left you clues in, because if I do this again, I give really great prizes for these because it's your effort. It's not random. It's just your effort. So let's go over that. This is just a screenshot of the background of that review, and just bear with me for less than a minute and I'll show you. Number one, you see that poster in the background? If you zoomed in on it on YouTube, you would have noticed that the artwork was from a specific artist that's on there, of a cover of what is this channel about mostly? G.I. Joes and military stuff. So you'll notice that that's a cover, or that's artwork from the cover of a G.I. Joe magazine. Number two, you'll see that there's a name listed underneath that poster, or in that poster. John. So there you go. And then there's a number that's not a number. It's actually an equation. So if you go look at that equation, if you solve it correctly, the number is 295. Now, okay, so maybe I'm looking for an artist from G.I. Joe who might have drawn in a comic number 295, but which one? Because there's many. There's a few covers. So if you look at what this other guy, well, number one, what could I be looking at? If you look at the bottom, there was an @bash cipher in the description of the video. So you had to go figure that out if you wanted to know what I'm looking for. And then the other, number two, Baroness is in the picture. Baroness is right there. These backgrounds are purposeful when it's a riddle. And then the final clue on Laser Pants Avenue is, do you see that random guy sitting on a bench reading a Playboy? Look at that cover, and that cover is known as the Snow Bunny cover. So, John is the name of the artist. The Baroness is in the picture. 295 is the issue. There's the John name in there. The artwork belongs to that artist, who's maybe John somebody. And the cover is the Snow Bunny cover. Yeah, it's this one, this comic book. Anyways, I picked that comic book because I have a keen interest in it. And I really like that cover. So we're going to do something special with it. Anyways, let's move on from that. All right, breaking news. Just found out that on the Hasbro Pulse UK site, we had a 250th anniversary Duke going on sale. Apparently it wasn't supposed to, but it looks to be part of the Walmart Collector Con exclusive on March 19th through the 20th. Here's a gander at it. I'm going to pick it up because why not? Yeah, so that apparently, I think it got posted accidentally, and it's all over the interwebs with it. So back to the news. Let's get to the news already. As you know, we really love covering G.I. Joe, Valaverse, Operation Monster Force, Marvel Legends and stuff too. But let's start off with some of that G.I. Joe adjacent stuff, which is Valaverse has just showed off their brand new DFW G.I. Joe show exclusive, which is Malice. And Malice, pictured here with the packaging, has a ton of heavy artillery. So he's got bazookas, he's got guns, he's got armor. So yeah, if you see me in line at Valaverse, get behind me. Those who were at ZoloCon know what I'm talking about. So, and I know it sounds weird, but I promise you it'll be a good thing. So I'm definitely picking up a few of these characters. I really like the way it looks. I like all the stuff that it has in it, all the accessories. Who doesn't need more bazookas? So anyways, here's a little action shot of them. I'm digging it. It looks great. I love that he has the two sidearms. That's very cool. So I'm looking forward to getting that as well. So there you go. Real quick, I want to talk about also CollectorCon. A lot of Walmart CollectorCon, really. So that has G.I. Joe news as well. Apparently the, what is this? I'll put his name down here. But apparently the Dire Force Ninja, I don't remember, Night Force, whatever. He's the ninja but can use dire technology, is going to be a Walmart exclusive. I'm not super keen on this figure. This might be one of the very few that I only buy one of. I'm just not very keen on it. I mean, maybe I'll change my mind when I have it in hand, but it just seems very ho-hum. This one just very, very ho-hum. So, I don't know. And then you got Skeletor up there. I'm just not super interested in that. But, all right, moving on from that. You've got the NECA Holothon. Out of all of this, you've got the Turtles, the 2012 Turtles up across the top. You've got Pee Wee Herman. I might be picking that one up. I'm not interested in the 2012 Turtles, but if you are, get ready for that Holothon for NECA. Then they also have, I don't know, who is this? Some other, hold on, let me see if I can zoom in there. I don't know who it is. It's, they got the Foot Clan. They also have another like Tiger TMNT character, 2012 character, Foot Clan 2012 character. I'm okay. I don't need any of those. I'm not from the 2012 school. My daughters are. They love that version of the Turtles, but I'm okay. I can pass. Unless they ask me for it, then I'm just going to pass from those. I am interested in Pee Wee Herman. I am interested in Super Grover because those are from my childhood. I am not interested in Derry or that Pennywise figure. Nope. I've already got enough of the cartoon Turtles. I think it was Armored or Robot, Razor, and Toka. I'm okay. I don't need those. Terrifier. Pass on that. The Bride of Frankenstein figures. If you guys want that, there it is. The Phantom of the Opera. Phantom of the Opera. What's wrong with me? I'm going to pass on that too. Harry Potter and all his shenanigans. I'm going to pass on that. NECA. I really have no FOMO for any of this, really, though. Except for maybe Super Grover, but I'm thinking there'll be enough around for Super Grover. All right, what else do we have? All right, moving on to some Star Wars news. Now we're getting on, to the regular type of cycle stuff. I really like this Darth Maul. I actually like 3 out of these 4. And I'm having a real hard time with these figures. It's not an easy pass on these. These, if I see them in the wild, it may be a pickup. Because I really like this version of Darth Maul. I have the original, I think it was an San Diego Comic-Con exclusive where he has like the spider legs or the arachnid legs or whatever. But I've always liked, I don't know what, I met Darth Maul, or the actor that played Darth Maul. But anyways, I like this figure. I do not like the horrible articulation of it, but Black Series is, I mean, everybody knows what you're going to get if you get Black Series. So there's Darth Maul, Devon Izara. That's a complete pack. Number one, the articulation on these figures is not the best. And then they give her a plastic cape. Pfft, get out of here. I don't even, if you handed it to me, I'd just be like, anyways, so that's a pass for me. Rook cast. This one I kind of like, and it's only because of that head sculpt. I can do some really cool stuff. I just want the head sculpt. I mean, the figure looks okay, but I don't even, you know, articulation on these figures is goofus. Anyways, Rook cast, may get it, may pick it up. 11th Brother looks kind of neat. Now, they did give him soft goods. They didn't wire it, which is always, you know, I just want it to get out of my way. What I don't like is capes that are plastic because they traffic cone figures. And whatever little bit of articulation is in the Star Wars Black Series, you don't even get that. So, you know, that's why sometimes I just go, get out of here. But 11th Brother looks really cool. The articulation's not great, but again, the soft goods look great. Anyways, I may end up picking that one up if I see it out in the wild. New figures, soft goods. Anyways, Motu has been slowly teasing out bits and pieces, or Mattel has, of its Motu line. 7-inch scale Beast Man. There you go. I've already got all the Beast Man I need. I've got several of them from previous releases, so I'm good with that. Scare Glow, 1/12 scale, 6-inch figure. I mean, this Scarecrow looks good. Scare Glow looks good, but I don't know, might use that head for a Ghost Rider custom. We'll see. We'll see. And then you have this, this one is, got this He-Man from 2000X or whatever it is, the He-Man version, 5.5-inch scale. Then you also got Mezco released Splinter. It's all right. I don't have the Turtles, so I'm not drawn to this particular release. But there you go. It was up earlier in the week, but it looks to be waitlisted at this point. So, but then again, Mezco does do a good job of, you know, getting the wait lists out. You know what I mean? So, good job on them. You know, one time I had a wait list on Mezco, and it was such a long wait list that a year on my credit card expired. It was a year out, and it expired. And then Mezco canceled it. I was like, if you hadn't taken a year. Anyways, Super 7. I cover Super 7 because I know some of you guys like Thundercats like me. I just wish somebody else would make Thundercats because doggone it, man. Super 7. You got Mumra. It looks like to be a re-release from the Super 7 Ultimates. You've got Zax. That's a deep cut. I don't know who he is. You've got Jagara. Another one. I mean, I watched the Thundercats and I remember the core characters and all that. But, I mean, some of these, if they're appeared in one episode, I'm not going to know. And then you have Wizra. I don't know who those are. But if you're a hardcore Thundercats fan, there you go. All right, moving on from that. Savage Crucible. I saw this horse up close. Fish Toys, the prototype for it, at Zolicon. It looks great. So if you haven't ordered this horse, limit of 1 per household. March 6th, which is a couple days ago, it opened up, and it is a limited production run. So, Fish Toys teamed up with Savage Crucible and licensed it from Frazetta family to bring us, and hopefully, I mean, it's not just for the Death Dealer. You can also use it for other stuff, maybe Mythic Legions. And yes, I did order. I'm definitely going to do a side-by-side comparison on the two Death Dealers, because I got that other one with the horse and everything, that one that's super expensive. And then we'll do a side-by-side of those to see which one's the best. Moving on to the Street Fighter WWF crossover stuff. WWE, WWF. To me, it's always WWF. You got Cena as Guile. You got Bianca Blair as Cammy. And then you've got Batista as Sagat. I like it, but at the same time, I'm not buying it. It's just is what it is. If you guys are big wrestling fans and you love Street Fighter, dream come true. There you go. What else do we have? Ninja Gaiden. We already talked about this a little bit from Rebel Tech. It's still coming soon. Here's just a better picture of it. I played this game with my cousin a lot. So there you go, Ninja Gaiden. And we've also heard Rebel Tech is doing, man, Rebel Tech is just, the joints, man, are so, it's like I tell you, Rebel Tech is a beautiful work of art, but instead of it being a joy to pose, it's work. Rebel Tech is work to pose. But can it get some amazing poses? You betcha. But only if you take 45 minutes getting the pose correct. It's work. I don't like it to be work. That's the only thing that I don't like about Rebel Tech figures. And second to the end here, almost the penultimate thing that we're bringing up here is Storm Collectibles, M. Bison and Rocinante. I'm not sure who this guy is. I never played as this guy, but he looks cool. Looks really great. This is not the This is the 7-inch line, so it won't scale well with the other Street Fighter Alpha 3 line. That's smaller. So Storm Collectibles continuing with the Street Fighter license. And there we go. Oh, it is M. Bison. That's Bison. I never played this version. Anyways, there you go. And then finally, the last thing I want to talk about for the news is Alien Earth. I mean, I really like that show. Maybe some tribute. I really liked that show. Maybe some of you guys didn't, but I really liked all of the throwbacks, all of the Easter eggs, all of the, just fun that the directors and the producers had with that series. I thought it was good. I pulled new people into it, gave us some good horror, brought in that science fiction vibe to the max, suspense and everything. So they'll be starting production of season 2 in May. So I'm really looking forward to that. All right, guys. Well, that's it. We're going to jump on the haul next, probably after I get back from having some lunch with my family, because I started this early just for that. All right, guys. We'll see you in a bit. Might be darker when I come back. All right. So we're back. It is about 5 hours later, but I had a great time celebrating with my family, having a good lunch. You should try it. Anyways, there is something that when we came back home, it technically hits the wire because I wasn't finished with the video. And I did get one thing that I paid full price for, and we'll go over that in just a second. We'll start with the one thing I paid full price for instead of the deals, because the deals far outnumber the one thing. Hold on, stop the clock. We do have a late breaking entry as well. My good friend Kevin knew I was looking for this, and out of the kindness of his heart, found me one to rock right there and one to stock. A hiss! Very excited about that. So thank you so much, Kevin. We will now resume our regularly scheduled shenanigans. There's one thing I want to talk about, just real quick. Indulge me for just a moment. And that is to say, sometimes, and this is just a quick public service announcement. Sometimes, even for a man of 209 Ed's resources, it is okay to say, I'm just glad that thing exists in the world. It's okay to say, this is enough. So I see a lot of collectors out there struggling with, maybe an overindulgence. I'm guilty of it myself. So, but as in the wise words of my youngest, maybe you should just be happy that it exists in the world. She's right. Anyways, I don't know where this kid gets so much wisdom. Anyways, let's move on. From that, let's just say, hey, sometimes it's just good that they exist, and I'm glad that it's there. And maybe one day when I really want it, I'll get it. Maybe. All right, let's move on from that. Let's start out with the one thing that I paid full price for. And this is, I mean, I'm immediately going to do something with this one. And it is, when I first saw this, I was like, dang, I'm not going to be able to get it. But I did get it, thanks to a good friend. But I had to pay full price for it because I wasn't going to do them that way. It's just it's an expensive one. But anyways, here you go. Bro Toys Spy Girl. You guys have seen it hitting from 5K Toys and stuff. I expect a lot from this figure. A lot of people have been saying it's amazing, 10 out of 10. Well, then that is a super high standard to set. So anyways, got that through the mail just a few minutes ago. All right, let's start with some of these deals, man. Number one, I picked up for $25 a piece. I picked up a few of these Mad Marauders. A lot of the islands are clearancing. I'm gonna need these parts and pieces for some customs, and I'm definitely going to be using that in the future. I don't expect, I just need some parts for customs in the future. And like I said, when you're working and everything's going great and you're, still generating revenue, it's great. You have this much of a budget, right? This much of a budget. But then when you retire, you're going to have this much of a budget for the toys. So anyways, it's, got to be wise about that. I found another one of these for $20. So I picked up the figure of the year animal, which happens to be a scorpion. So there you go. Pick that up through the mail. And a lot of you heard as well that this is a fantastic, especially for customizing. So there is no way, I might even pick up some more. I haven't seen what the price has gone to, but I might get some more of these. It's just ridiculously great for customs. And that is, all the stuff that they come with, just amazing. Just really good for customizing. The Mercer Sergeant Slaughter 2-pack. This is a really great figure for customizing. Gotta get that. I gotta get it. So $36 on Amazon all day. And then these were $25, I believe, on Amazon. You guys know I love this Crossbones figure. This is trash, but this figure, and then it comes with a bunch of accessories. Okay, I think I have enough of these now. I think I can call it quits with those. All right, what else did I get? I found this one at Ross for $6, wasn't it? Yeah, $6. There you go, $6 at Ross. The Black Panther. I like this one, so picked it up. $6. What a deal! And then I got myself an extra cable for some customs. That arm. That body too, might be able to chop it up. So we got that going. What else did we get out there? Oh yeah. Let me put that one. That one we'll save till the end. This was not $19. Always do the scan and go, because they sometimes market this price and it's another price entirely. This was $10. So I picked up a torch. $10 for that torch. And then I went over to Ollie's. While it was a depressing disaster of an action figure mess, sometimes they got good graphic novels. Number one, I don't know if there's any good or not, but at $6, what is this? What did this cost me? Like $6? I don't know. It was nothing. Task Force Z, Death's Door. Yeah, I'll pick that up. So it got me this, and then I really like this artist's work, and that is Frank Cho, the art of Frank Cho, his best stuff. You can take some of these and kind of frame them, or, just anyways, I really like his work. So I used to love drawing. I still do, but I'm not as good as I used to be. This is one of those things where You got to keep practicing and honing that skill, or else you'll kind of lose it after a while. So anyways, I picked up those two things, super cheap at Ollie's, like $5 or $6. Usually, what does this one cost? Like this was like $5 and it retails for $20. Yeah. Yeah. All right, what else do we have? We've got anything I pick up at GameStop, I don't pay full price for it because of the discounts and stuff. And so that's why it's in the deal pile. I picked up an extra bat. I picked up an extra trooper. And then these are from Ross. A couple of more stalkers. There you go. So pick those up from Ross as well. Here you go, what everybody's clamoring for. A $30 stinger from Ross. Yep, picked up one more. Why not? It costs as much as one action figure and you get a vehicle. And I really like that driver. So I picked up another one. I've already given away, I want to say like 3 stingers on the channel before. So there you go. Am I giving that one away? I don't know. Might keep it for the action figure. So that's it, guys. That is the haul. That was it. Hopefully I'll be getting some more stuff in next week, or it might be a light week. But we'll see how that goes. Appreciate every single one of you. Let me know in the comments below, what are you looking for at Ross that you can't find? What did you score at Ross? What Joes are you looking forward to? I know I'm looking forward to that Cowboy Joe, that new one that they got. So I'm excited about that. And much to Kirk's chagrin, I'm excited about dinosaurs in G.I. Joe. So, yeah, there's that. What else? I think that's it for now. I'm excited for the black. Where is it? Down there. I put it down there at the bottom. Oh, and Eric, I'll be boxing that up and sending it out as well. So, good work on the puzzle. Guys, let me know if you like the puzzles. I find them very entertaining and very fun to create, and even more fun to give away prizes for them because you guys go through and check it out. I will be doing a couple of more of just the regular giveaways throughout the year, but I enjoy these better. You know, these are not based on random luck. They're based on, work, how much thought and work and you put into it. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate every single one of you. If you're loving the news, the reviews, the customs, the giveaways, the puzzles, why not like, why not subscribe? And as always, as long as you guys keep watching, I'll keep rolling these shenanigans out.